Thank you, Pamela!
You're very welcome. I'm happy to do anything I can to help. Klonoa, Hupo, please be careful and watch out for each other.
We will. Don't worry.
I'll be praying for your safety.
Hey, what's the matter, Hupo?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. I was just thinking. There has to be something that we can do. We have to stop Gaudius's plans for revenge.
Right. Come on, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the prettiest area in Phantomile. Hey everyone, this is Phantomile 2011. Welcome back to more Let's Play Klonoa 1 Door to Phantomile on Wii. In the last episode, we finished Klonoa, one of my least favorite kingdoms, and now we are in my favorite kingdom in the entire game, Crest, the Moon Kingdom. This place was built up to hell in the entirety of the beginning of the game, and now we are finally here, and ow. Okay. We are finally here, and looks like nothing's changed. I am going to be quiet for a little bit because I actually want you guys to hear the beautiful music of this area. And this music is just something to be dazzled at. It's just so beautiful. So I'll be quiet for a minute.
Wahoo! Wahoo! Nya! Nya! Wahoo! Nya! Wahoo!
I think that's enough for you guys to get acquainted with the beautiful music of Crest. I absolutely love the fact that this song, it starts off so pretty and then it goes into the main theme of Klonoa, and oh, I just love this theme so much. I don't love these ghosts. In any case, whoa, holy crap. In any case, you guys might notice the gimmick of this level. There's these Gaudius, there's also these doors that lead into the hammer space. There are these Gaudius statues blocking the entirety of sections of Crest that we have to go break by finding its specific crystal, and we can't progress until we find it. Crest is actually pretty straightforward. Like, come on. Yeah, I'm having a habit of falling off platforms in this LP, as you guys can clearly tell. Crest is pretty much self-explanatory after the BS that was, Klonoa. Yeah, funny how the Moon Kingdom is better than the Sun Kingdom, right? But, in any case, yeah, like I said, Crest is pretty straightforward, even as pretty as it is, and I gotta say, I love what the Wii remake did with this level. Like, yeah, this level was pretty before on the PlayStation 1, but this level is just so pretty in this version. And yeah, I'm sorry, you guys, but you guys are gonna hear me gush so much about how pretty this level is in the Wii version. Anyway, we have some platforms over here, and, I guess I should start talking about, before when I said that, Klonoa in the Wii remake at least, he's kind of a piece of wood, just because they cut out a lot of his, oh god, I'm getting wombo-comboed by these ghosts. Okay, I made it. Yeah, Klonoa is like a piece of wood throughout most of the game, because he doesn't really have his own opinions or anything. And on top of that too, ow, sorry, I was fixing my microphone again. On top of that too, a lot of the stuff that happens to Klonoa, he doesn't really react to it. Like, he kind of reacts, but not really. And, well, that's just something I want to bring up. Like, it's weird how, as the game goes along, yeah, Klonoa starts having his own opinions and he starts expressing himself, you could argue that he started really expressing himself when his grandpa died, but it's just so late in the game, and that's why I hate the fact that the first game is so short. You don't really get to be attached to Klonoa or anyone just because you don't really know how they feel. You can kind of get the idea, but aside from that, you don't really know how you should feel for this character because you don't know how they feel. And that's something I'm grateful that the second game fixed. But even with that being said, you know, it's only the second game. You guys already know that this series is only like a handful of games just because it did terrible in the US. And even with that being said, there's only a few games in Japan as well. And I'm so sad about that because Klonoa, what it does right, it does really, really right. It just sucks that Namco doesn't advertise it. It's kind of the same case as Sega or Capcom, where if it's not Sonic, they won't make it. And if it's not, like, in Capcom's case, you know, you have all these franchises like Mega Man and everything, but if it's not Street Fighter or, I don't know, like friggin' like Resident Evil or something, they won't make it because they feel it won't sell, because they figure, you know, nobody likes these series anymore, when really we're begging them to make another game. I want another Knights game. I want another Mega Man. That isn't Mighty Number 9, because at this point, when is Mighty Number 9 even coming out? And oh god, these guys are congregating over there. There's a really funny puzzle involving them in 2, but that's neither here or there at this point. And we've come full circle, so now we can go through that green door as soon as we find it, so I will meet you there.
Yes, I'd like to adopt the two of them like puppies from a kennel. After all, anything can be bought and sold for the right oil.
Well, now we're finally in the center area, so let's go through that green section as soon as we can find it. I probably went the wrong way. Okay, no, it's over here. Like I said, Cress is just so pretty in this game. I just can't stop gushing over it. Interesting thing about these platforms over here, these platforms are introduced very early in Klonoa 2, and we're just getting introduced to them now. They're basically holographic platforms. The platforms, essentially, they disappear the moment you step on them, or if in the case of the yellow ones, they disappear a few seconds after you step on them. So you want to be careful. Like I said, it may be a case of the fact that the first game's very short, but yeah, it's kind of weird how they're introducing us to these very late, when in 2 they're introduced like almost like right away as of the Third Kingdom. I might have to concentrate a bit for these because this can be a bit finicky, especially because I'm trying to get this thing over here and oh god. Oh crap. Yeah, this might take me a few tries, so I'll cut over to where I get it. You know, in all fairness, I completely forgot you can do that and just completely cheese the puzzle. Is that all of them? Oh yeah, that's all of them. Huh, okay. Kind of funny, too, because the symbol for Crest kind of looks a bit like the Beta Gerudo symbol that was taken out because it looked like an Islamic symbol. And, by the way, you may have noticed at the beginning cutscene that there was a Moo behind us. Yeah, we've literally gone full circle in the entirety of Crest. So, after my, you know, rant about give us another game that isn't Sonic or something because I love the Night series and all that, but that's neither here or there, ow, we go through the rest of the Crest, and like I said, I would die for another Klonoa game, but, you know, I know it's because they don't sell, so Namco doesn't want to make another one, but, especially because, you know, the whole thing was, if this game did well, they were going to make another one, but even though people loved it, they didn't advertise it, so of course it didn't do well. So it's one of those things where it's like, what did you expect? The game didn't sell well just because you didn't make it sell well. People ended up not liking this game, well, not buying this game just because either they didn't grow up with it or they didn't know it even came out. So really, it's one of those cases of like, you know, when Mega Man Legends 3, like everyone wanted it and it got canceled because Capcom blamed their fans saying they didn't want it enough, when clearly they did. And that's one of the things I hate about Namco, how it's like, you know, every company, I understand, if it doesn't sell, don't focus on it, but really, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, the series does have fans, so I really wish that they would just say, like, for once, like, oh, why don't we just make a game just for the hell of it? Because we have enough money, and we might as well just try. And I wish that. By the way, remember when Gaudius was talking about the Nightmare Egg? Guess what we're on top of? I almost had a weird sentence structure for that, but with that being said, we are done with the first act. Pretty simple. Like I said, Crest is pretty straightforward. So, we save our progress now, and we go to the final playable act of the game, at least in terms of the main story. So, let's get going, shall we?
Wahoo! Come on, let's go! Prince Hupo! Prince Hupo! Prince Hupo, we've been waiting for you. I have terrible news. The kingdom has been taken over by a fiend named Gaudius.
What did you say?
We were careless. They have trapped the songstress Levis in the egg that resides below. And the inside of the egg has been filled with nightmare energy.
Oh, Mother.
Mother?
If the egg should hatch, the consequences would be too terrible to imagine.
I understand. Mother, you and the others should stay back.
Hupo, dear.
Klonoa, there's something I have to tell you. It's just, I'm actually the Prince of Crest, the Moon Kingdom.
What?
I was just disguised as a ring spirit. There was a reason that I had to go to the outside world.
Why?
I'm really sorry, but I can't tell you what that reason was yet. But I promise I'll explain everything later. Right now, I need you to trust me. Will you please help me for just a little bit longer? Just a little bit longer. Please, Klonoa?
Hupo. Of course I will. After all, we're best friends, aren't we?
Thank you, Klonoa. You don't know how much this means to me.
Well, Hupo, it appears you found yourself a good friend.
Oh, absolutely, Mother. Now you should go and take shelter someplace safe with the others.
Hupo, we're counting on you. Do your best.
I will.
And now with that revelation, we start the final playable level in the game in terms of main story, like I said before. Now about Hupo's true form. Yeah, I know he's the Prince of the Moon Kingdom after that revelation, and he does look like the Royal Guards, kinda. Kind of interesting too that the people from the Moon Kingdom look like humans. It's a trait that they share with the Lalakushkians in the second game. But yeah, maybe it's just the way the Wii version rendered him, but I hate how Hupo looks in his real form. He looks so stupid. And on top of that too, I actually should bring this up before because I don't think I have. Hupo didn't look like that in the original game. In fact, this is the only game that he looks like that blue ball. Yeah, he makes note that that's not what he actually looks like in general. That's just the form he took just so he could better acquaint himself with Klonoa, because he was afraid Klonoa wouldn't accept him if he knew that he wasn't a ring spirit. Which, by the way, did the Moo just... Well, I didn't think the Moo would actually kill me. Yeah, this level's actually pretty difficult in terms of its platforming challenge, so you want to watch out here, especially, like I said, if you're going for thing. I love the music here too, but I'm not going to be quiet just to let you guys hear it. At this point, you might as well just go and look up the soundtrack, which, you know what, I'll link that in the description, because like I said, this game has such a beautiful soundtrack. You are doing yourself a displeasure by not looking it up. Okay, game. I get it. You don't want me to say nice things about you. Jeez, can I please get through here without dying at least once? But apparently not. Like I said, one thing I kind of hate about the first game is that this is rectified in the second one, but the precise platforming gets really obnoxious at this point. Thank God Klonoa has that hover, but yeah, at this point the platforming starts to get a bit on my nerve. Come on! I'm not gonna cut. It's literally just one jump. I just want to get that goddamn, villager, just because I like being the hero, and I like How many times was that? Like 6? Okay, screw it. I'm cutting. Okay, so I finally made it over here, and those moves are going through each other. I'm gonna pause the game really quick. Remember how I had, like, what, 25 lives? I went down to 16. I hate that jump. Okay, it's acceptable because this is the last level in the game, but holy crap. The difficulty is just stupid in that one section. And the worst part is, yeah, this level's hard, but it's not as hard as that one part. I don't know why the beginning of the level is the hardest part of this level. Anyway, getting back on what I was saying, Hupo originally did not look like that. This is what he looked like in the original PS1 game, and that's what he looks like in every other supplementary data that he shows up in for the rest of the series, especially Empire Dreams, which we will be getting to. And by the way, like I said before, if you haven't used Whirlwind before, you want to use it now, because I believe the remake made those spiky things go faster, so now you have to use Whirlwind to make things go slow. Jesus! You have to use Whirlwind to make your things go slower. Sorry, again, I had another burp. Excuse me, I'm going to edit that out. You need to use Whirlwind to make those things go slower because they're going to be assholes to you. So this thing's going to jump with its, oh god, giant girth, apparently. So you destroy it, and thankfully it doesn't respawn. You go up here, and you got to hit the switch, and it destroys the crystal over there. And like I said, I don't understand why Hupo was just turned into like a blue floating ball in this game. I frankly do like his design in the rest of the series and the original better, but it's better than how he looks normally because, oh god, I really don't like how he looks when he reveals himself as the Prince of the Moon Kingdom. And that whole thing, how he says, I'm going to explain everything later, yeah, he, get ready for that, because this game is going to, mess you up in terms of this. By the way, this is our first time puzzle. Again, it's kind of weird how they're introducing this so late in the game. But yeah, this is our first, time puzzle. We have to hit all these in sequential order, like so. Oh god, I messed it up, I messed it up, I messed it up, I messed it up. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, these are all on a timer, and you gotta hit them at the right time, and I believe if I do this... Here we go! I was like 1 second off. Okay, I gotta time this better. Excuse me for a minute. And... there we go. Like I said, it's weird how they're introducing all this stuff so late in the game. Like I said, 2's better about that, because 2's a longer game. But... yeah, it's weird. It's kind of weird how, like, this is kind of similar to Splatoon in the sense that Splatoon's campaign mode was overall kind of easy, but the challenge is, like, at the very end of the game, because the final boss is just, like, a really weird difficulty spike. But yeah, that's what I kind of related to, because the game itself... like I said, the game so far, like, aside from trying to get everything in the game, similar to how Kirby games work, it's not that bad. It's just... the game's difficulty, like, just ramps up at the end, and it's like, that's not a bad thing that the game gets harder, it's just, why make the game harder so late in the game? That's one of my problems with the, first game. And again, thank God that's rectified later. Oh no, not another one of these! Well, maybe I'm speaking too soon. Maybe it's not going to be that bad, but just in case, I'm going to use Whirlwind. So, jump. And let me... Oh, thank God. Okay. Oh, I need him. Okay, jump. Wow, they really are going through each other. Okay, so, like I said before, if you didn't know how to use the infinite jump before, you have to use it now. Oh, God. Okay, I made it. Sorry, I probably sounded constipated there. Why isn't that one that bad? I believe you can just destroy him. I don't think you need... Oh, he respawns. Yeah, you do need him. Okay, so I'm gonna just hop on top of you. Jump. Take this guy, and jump again. Wow, my commentary has just degraded to me just saying jump, jump, jump. By the way, speaking of jump, 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 remember when I said that the Klonoa games don't exactly sell well because they're advertised either poorly or not at all? I did all that for an extra life I didn't need. Yeah, that's related to something I want to bring up when we get to Klonoa 2. And frankly, even though my friend Anti-Guy, 7 is no longer with us, he passed away a few, he passed away, about like 7 months ago. Yeah. There's the commercial for Klonoa 2 that I absolutely... Oh, shoot! Okay, well, I couldn't avoid getting hard-bodied by him. Sorry about that. I freaked out because I forgot that he just kind of bum rushes you. So we want to jump up here, I think. Yeah, we want to, because we can't actually progress until we get through this area. By the way, you can kind of cheat those platforms by just hovering. Just be careful. That's not being careful. Just be careful, because like I said, it's basically, if you want to time it, it's literally the same amount of time that it takes to do that, to do your hover, pretty much. So we grab we grab the Moo, and we're probably not gonna make it back in time. Nope. Okay, I see how they want us to do this. Okay, we jump up, we go over here and grab another Moo. We wait for this to come back. We grab the Moo, we jump again, and then hit the switch and fall down. Thank God Klonoa doesn't take fall damage, which is really funny again when we get to 2. I keep talking about 2. You can tell that I'm really excited to get to LPing that game, because 2 is legitimately one of my favorite games. Don't get me wrong, I like Klonoa 1, but 2 is like the best in the entire series. And unfortunately, mostly because it's one of the only games in the series. But now we have another one of these puzzles, but I'm going to quickly get rid of this giant Moo just so I can get these gems. Wait for this thing to respawn. And yeah, you can kind of see shades of why this area is going to be BS. So let me just jump up here, and hopefully I can get this on my first try. If not, I apologize. Huh. What do I gotta do for this here? Oh, okay. I see what I gotta do. Okay, let me try doing this again. I think I need to hit this first. Wait for him to come back. Come back already. Okay, that's not the time. That's not the timing for it. I'm sorry. No, that's not the timing either. Can I just hit these like this? No, I can't. Okay, I'm thinking of 2 when I think about that. Ow. So, yeah, this might take a while because I actually forget how to do this puzzle. So I'll cut to when I actually figure this out. And there we go. Okay, that was actually not that bad. It's just kind of weird because you gotta use the giant Moo as a platform, and like I said, you can only use the giant Moo when he's stunned. So, yeah. You kind of get the gist of how that puzzle went, but you look at all the health I lost. Like I said, this is the hardest level in the game, not counting the bonus stuff, so did I really just... Forgot to mention... Don't jump during that. That's automatic. If you press left on that section, you're dead. I'll cut back to the next door because that's ridiculous.
What?
Oh, good lord, my poor life counter. How I knew thee well. So, now we did 2 of the sections, now we have 1 more section to do, and thankfully, I believe, if I remember correctly, this one isn't that bad. I say, as this thing shows up again, and we're being chased by a giant armored bastard. Okay, so, you want to be careful here, because he can hard body you like that. How am I getting up here? Oh, I remember. The moves show up and they jump high enough so you can go reach them. Okay. At first I was like, wait, did I just screw myself? I'm not even worried about the Dreamstones. Like I said earlier in the LP, you really don't care about collecting them in this game. It's only in the second game that you actually want to give a shit about actually getting them. So, you're not going to come up high enough? Really? You're going to be like that? Okay, thanks, you friggin' moo. I'm just going to take damage from these guys and just maverick it. Because, you know, apparently I can't have nice things. Now we get over here, and this section, like I said, isn't that bad, except for the fact that these moves have shields, and they want to just make my life overall hell. Okay, I thought I was going to get hit again. Wow, I'm losing my sanity quickly. Well, then again, like I said, last level in the game, you have to expect this level to be hard. So, thank God it's hard, because that'd be disappointing if this is the last level of the game and this was easy. But we got all the villagers at least, so we got 100% out of the way. Yeah, that's all the villagers in the game, so we got all 100% out of the way. It's just we have, you know, the bonus stuff to get. As soon as we can jump on top of here, and, you know, I know there's an easy... Oh, come on! You know, I know there's an easy way to jump. Well, not jump, move. Wow, I'm losing my sentence structure for... Really? Oh, this level's gonna make me go insane, I swear. By the way, he's clipping through the floor. Whatever. I don't even care at this point. I just want to get through this section. This is like literally like when I complained about Klonoa before saying I hate replaying that section of the game. Wow, now I remember. I hate replaying this section just because 100% is BS. Okay, now die. And now we need one more thing to just hit this switch so we can progress. If I remember correctly, too, the funny thing is, the enemies in this game... Yeah, that guy right there. If you look closely, he's dancing along the music, which I think is so adorable. He comes back in 2, and think of him as the Slicers from Sonic 2 with Metropolis Zone. Yeah, he's that much of a dick. Now, I believe there's only one more puzzle left in this entire section, since, well, we're basically done, but, you know, they need to make our lives hell once it got... What? Oh, Great. I made it, and then I fell. Well, at least they give you a full health thing over here. Here's the thing about these enemies that suck too. They don't attack you until you're near them. And I think that's honestly kind of unfair. They also don't respawn until you fall off. So basically, the only way to get up here is to fail. The only way to completely do this section is to fail if you mess up once. I hate things that do that, where it's like they don't let you retry unless you purposely mess up. Like, that's real. Like, I know, again, this is the end of the game, but that's really mean of you guys to do that. Let's get back up here and grab him. Thankfully, that boomerang, it stops in the trajectory of where he came from. And, wow, I'm gonna need, like, a drink of water or something after this, because, geez, I am, like, just so done right now. Jump up to this platform. Oh, God. Be careful, because, I don't think I made this apparent before, but Klonoa... No! Oh, come on. You know what? No. I'm just gonna cut away till I get to the top of this. Sorry if I sound frustrated, but that's because I am. With everything said and done, we finally reached the top. My God, they gave me somewhat of a free, full heal. And here's the thing about this puzzle. This puzzle isn't actually that bad. You just gotta kind of, well, trick it out a bit. And I think I might have messed it up already. Did I? No! Actually, it's not that bad. Like I said, that's actually the easiest of all the puzzles, believe it or not. So I don't know. I guess they give you just like, they just give you like a pity puzzle at the end of it just because they feel bad of all the stuff they put you through. I'm sorry for being frustrated through this level, but like I said, understandably so for being the last playable level in the game. This level is hard, but geez, they make you go through so much crap. Like I said, I had started off with like, what, like 20-something lives? And, like, I'm down to almost 10 after everything that's been all said and done. So, let's just calmly walk over to, the final, section of this level, which, Believe it or not, it's also another breather because they just give you a full heal because, well, we have a boss coming up. And considering what the game's been building up to, you can probably guess what this boss is. So, let's walk through the doors. And we take this final lift. We can see that mirror fairy we didn't take, and we walk up this giant ramp, and they give us a life that, frankly, doesn't make up for everything that happened, but we go through this door.
The Nightmare Crystal, Nahatum, will soon be ready. But what is it about this one dream? This strange dream that won't be consumed by nightmares. It must be eliminated. I have to find it and destroy it. The creation of Nahatum must be perfect. So they've come. Foolish travelers of dreams. I must say I'm surprised. I never would have thought that you'd make it all the way here.
That's enough, Guardius!
Well, I'm afraid you're just a little too late.
Why are you doing this?
Why? I've run out of patience with this pathetic world that rejects nightmares and relies only on happy dreams. I should think that would be more than reason enough.
How can you be so selfish? If Nahatum is brought back, you'll be destroyed along with everything else!
I don't care. The world has already rejected me. Now it is simply my turn to reject the world.
There's no way that we're gonna let you do this!
As you wish. I will show you the error of your ways.
Now, as he drags us into his dimension, it's finally time to take down Guardius. If you want my honest opinion on how tough Guardius is, well, you get to see a bit of it right here. Guardius is, interesting. This track that plays for Guardius' fight is called the Wheel of Woe. Funny enough, considering, where we are right now. Guardius essentially takes you to this giant wheel where you have to, take these moves and that are dropping, which, by the way, when we get to the gallery mode of this game, these moves are called death moves because it's kind of hard to see from here, but these moves actually don't have a face. These moves all lack faces, and their entire face is made out of teeth. Yeah, pretty disturbing, isn't it? Here's the thing, you saw this at the beginning of the fight, because I legitimately forgot what happens when, I touch it, but don't touch those yellow orbs. If you touch those yellow orbs, he takes you outside the wheel and hits you with an unavoidable attack until you can get back inside the wheel. So, whenever he does that, I guess, paradigm shift from Final Fantasy 13, he is going to send out a different type of attack. But it's pretty self-explanatory on how you're supposed to beat him. Fun fact, the final boss of Klonoa Empire Dreams, which I should mention right now is the game we're going to be covering after this, the final boss of... Oh, God. Okay, I forgot about that, too. If you get hit... If you, take out those moves from, that chain, the last part of that chain becomes that void that you get sucked into. So, be careful about that. But, yeah, that last, this wheel that we're on, funny enough, the final boss of Empire Dreams will actually replicate this to an extent. And he actually, also has death moves in that battle as well. Which I like to think, the final boss of Empire Dreams is very similar to Guardius. Now, Guardius, I want to bring something up with him. While he's kind of portrayed as a stereotypical villain, like, I'm evil because the world rejected me and everything, but I was bad to begin with, frankly, Gaudius, I do like him, but for a different reason. When you really do think about Gaudius and his motives, Gaudius is correct. The fact that Phantomile only relies on happy dreams and tries to ignore nightmares. You need darkness in the world to balance out the light. And that's something that the first game, even though Gaudius is portrayed as a stereotypical villain, it's something that the first game tries to teach you. The fact that the main villain, when you really do think about it, he is right. It's just how he's going about everything is completely wrong. And that's generally the case with the villains of Klonoa, but looks like we defeated Gaudius.
Klonoa! Hupo!
You all came!
Blast it! I wanted to be the one to get rid of that guy.
Wonderful. I just knew you two would be able to do it.
With this, peace return.
Very good indeed.
You did it!
Klonoa, Hupo. I'm glad you're both unharmed.
Mother, we did it! We defeated him! I guess this means it's finally over, isn't it?
I wouldn't be so sure. I already have more than enough nightmare energy. The body of the songstress Levis will be taken over, and Nahatum will at last be brought to life. All the world's dreams pass through a prism and become the building blocks that give form to the world of Phantomile. So long as the power of dreaming exists, no one will ever be able to stop Nahatum.
We're not gonna let you get away with this, Gaudius. We still have the power to stop you.
A strange dream. Well, that dream can and will be eliminated by Nahatum. Hear me, strange dream. This world is coming to an end. And the perfect nightmare is about to begin! It can't be!
Nahatum has been brought back to life!
Gaudius. I never thought he'd go so far as to give it his own nightmares.
Don't give up hope. There's still a chance.
A chance?
A power passed down by our ancestors to be used if something like this should ever happen. Now we must combine the power of our 5 kingdoms. Can I count on all of you here to lend a hand?
Absolutely! Right, everybody?
Thank you, everyone. Let's hurry to the top of the tower.
Pamela, take us to the top.
Yes, sire.
Come on! We have to go help too, Hupo.
Klonoa, listen. You have to know this. Nahatum is mainly going to be targeting you up there.
Huh?
The strange dream that Gaudius was talking about. He was talking about you, Klonoa.
What? What do you mean?
I don't have time to explain it all out to you right now. We have to get to the top. Corral, please take us up. Just leave